So I am Paris, and I have a platform called Eliminating Conversations. And tonight, like she said, we're going to be talking about having no fear. And that's going to be awesome. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm so excited to have you guys with us here tonight.
Wait a minute, you're in Charlotte? I just left Charlotte.
Oh my gosh, I'm in Charlotte. Yep.
Shut up. We could have done lunch. I was there for
I know.
the Red Ink Conference. Miss Tanisha Johnson hosted that. It's for writers and aspiring writers, and it was amazing.
Was that in Concord, North Carolina?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I was going to go to that. See?
Oh my! I was a speaker. It was a phenomenal conference. Phenomenal.
Wow. So, oh man, I'm so sorry I missed that. But next time you're in Charlotte or I'm in your area, we definitely got to connect.
Seriously. All right, cool.
So let's jump right into it about having no fear.
Woo-hoo-hoo. You see those eyes?
I know this is a huge topic, as fear is a lot of things that people struggle with nowadays. So I think it's something that the world needs to know, and that we need to understand that fear stands in our way for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you feel about having no fear and fear in general?
Well, here's the thing, Paris. By the way, I love your name.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. If you had met me 2-3 years ago, I'd have been like, kick fear to the curb. Replace fear with faith. What are you people afraid of? But the truth is, we all will always have some type of fear. So I've come to realize, even for myself, it's not about kicking fear to the curb. It's about employing faith a whole lot more and doing things in spite of the fear. You know,
Wow.
I think I read somewhere, I don't know who put it up, but someone said courage is doing something afraid. I was like,
Wow.
oh, that's dope. That's dope. Because it's so true.
It is.
Even in my life today, and even in the lives of other successful people that I watch, they do things afraid. And that's really courage. A lot of people say, oh, you have no fear. No, I have fear. I don't like to fail, but I'm good with it if I do, but I don't like to.
Right.
But in order to get to the win, I know that I have to execute in spite of the fear.
That's perfect. I love how you said, in order to get to the win, you have to execute fear. So fear, like I said, stands in a lot of people's way now. How do you overcome being feared or afraid of different things?
And it's so cliche, and it's so cliche to the point where a lot of people will say, oh man, it's got to be more to it than that. But the truth is, for me, in order to overcome fear, is I just take action. And the more I take action, the more I become acquainted with something. Or if I'm afraid of doing something new, then I go out and I do the research and I try to learn as much as I can. And when I've learned as much as I can, because I'm not going to always sit there and be like, oh, I need more. It's basically go out and execute. So action combats fear. And the more you become acquainted with something, the more experience you have, the more you feel confident, right? And that's what will alleviate the fear, is educating yourself, doing the research, and getting the experience. You only get the experience by actually taking action.
Wow. Can you tell us about one time in your life that you were afraid of something and how you overcame?
Plays, and I write, and I was afraid that my stage plays would suck. Uh-oh, what's our interruption?
Oh, I'm here. I'm back.
Okay. Because you never left me.
Right.
Well, I'm a writer. I write stage plays. And for a long time, I never thought that my writing was any good. So it stopped me from actually creating content. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? The only way to get better is to put it out there, get feedback, to learn the elements of composing a story, and just go for it. And so I just said to myself, I love entertainment. And in order for me to get better, in order for me to do this thing, I got to simply do this thing. But I have to tell you, I was extremely afraid. Even right now to this day, when I go on stage, if I'm acting or if I'm speaking, whatever it is, I still get the butterflies in my stomach. And I love it, because that means that I'm not taking it for granted. That means I'm still humble. That means I still want to grow. But I just say to myself, you know, you're built for this. I wear a shirt. This shirt says, and it's got the theater faces on it, and it says, built for this. So I pump myself up with positive affirmations. I read positive things. I surround myself with positive people. I listen to positive people, and I tell myself I'm built for this. And if I'm built for this, it doesn't matter if I make mistakes. It doesn't matter if people laugh at me. Eventually, I'm going to get it right because I'm built for this.
Wow. So self-affirmations have a lot to do with getting over fears and overcoming certain things in your life. I do think that that plays a huge part, because sometimes we affirm ourselves, but sometimes we put ourselves down, and we don't understand how being our own worst critics kind of sends us in this tunnel, and we're not able to come over the obstacle, because not only are we beating up ourselves, we're tearing our spirit down, and fear just stands in our way. So if someone has a dream, if you will, and they've been dreaming this dream forever, that one seed of doubt, or that one seed of, hey, I'm not good enough, can stop them from overcoming their dream and pushing forward.
It can stop them from even getting started.
Wow.
Okay. From even getting started. Like I said, at the conference just this weekend, something that came out of my mouth, I didn't plan it. It just came out. And it is so funny. I love that when it's organic like that, right? And it was like, a person who's not living their dream is a tormented soul. And that is the truth. It's like we're so afraid to live our dreams, so afraid to start the family, to get married, to start the business, to finish college, to expand the business, to grow our network by, meeting new people. We're so afraid to step up out of our comfort zone, to leave our backyard, right? Go to another state, or even go over to another county, or maybe just another city. But the thing is, we're so afraid to do that, but yet we're comfortable with being miserable.
Wow.
We're comfortable with mediocrity. We're comfortable with being average, when the truth of the matter is you will always be stressed out. And this is my opinion. You will always be stressed out. You will always be pissed off. You will always lack financially, because you will always be a tormented soul if you are not living your dream. Look at the people who are living their dreams, who took the chance and stepped out on faith in spite of fear. They're happy, man. They're joyful, and they don't win all the time. I want to dispel this myth, this rumor that successful people win all the time. We lose more than we win. But when we get to that win, it's such a big win that it triumphs all of the losses. But the key is you have to get started. It's a simple thing, but to combat fear, just take action and keep feeding yourself with positive words. I can do this. I'm built for this. I'm going to do this.
So affirmations. What if someone steps out and says, I'm not going to let fear be an object in my life, and then they fall, and then they lose faith, and they lose hope, and they say, I'm not going to try this again? What are some recommendations that you can give to someone who's actually said, I'm going to step out, I'm going to go after my job, my dream job, I'm going to try something new, and they stumble and they get so discouraged that they don't know how to get back out of the rut?
We fall down. But the great thing is that we can get back up again. Life is all about decisions. You can decide to stay down and be miserable, or you can decide to get back up again. If you get back up again, it just might be that one time where you win big. You will never win laying on your back. So my advice is to make a decision to go the distance, because the prizes are not given to the fastest, but to the person who can endure to the end. So make a decision and follow it by action. What do you have to lose? That's what I told myself when I was at the bottom. I'm at the bottom. What do I have to lose? I have to give it one more shot. I cannot believe, I refuse to believe that I was created to live in mediocrity. I refuse to believe that I'm supposed to be negative, that I'm supposed to have this life that is just not worth, in my opinion, at the time, not worth living. I refuse to believe that God would create me to just live life and just be unhappy. No. So because I came to terms with that, I made a decision that I was going to try and try and try. And for someone that's going through that, I'm asking you right now to just make a decision to not give up. to get back up again. We are resilient people. We're built for this. We're built to handle the struggles. We're built to get back up again. Start putting into your mind all of the positive things that you see and start telling yourself, I'm going to accomplish this. Start following successful people. Start listening to their audios, reading their books. Start creating your vision board. Start journaling. Keep telling yourself, I am going to win. Now, I'm not telling you stuff in theory. I'm telling you stuff that I did. I'm telling you stuff that I'm on the floor crying, snot bubbles coming out of my nose. And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm tired. Everybody else around me is passing me and their stuff is mediocre. Rule number 1, stop looking at everybody else, baby. This is your journey, baby. This is your journey. This is the process you got to go through. Stop worrying about Susie Q over there and Bobby and Mike over here, and just focus on is not up to par. This is your walk. And number 2, I had to come to the term. Okay. I never lost you. Number 2, I had to come to the terms that I'm built for this. I have a purpose. I started asking myself the hard questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Where am I going? What am I supposed to do in this space? What am I supposed to learn from this valley experience? Because life is about highs and lows. What am I supposed to learn? And then I said to myself, I refuse. I'm sorry. I refuse to come here because, listen to me, it took a lot to get here from all of the sperm cells that had to go and try to fight their way to an egg to fertilize me to be here, for me to just give up on my dreams like that. No. I am here for a reason, and I'm going to fight for my dreams.
I love the term, God knew who you were before you were in your mother's womb. So that gives us a sense of greatness. God, he individually picked us to come to this world for a purpose. We were meant to fulfill our dreams. We were meant to live abundantly. We were meant for great things to happen to us. So I think that's something that people should take in, and they should hone and say, you know, my life is a purpose. I'm here to fulfill a destiny. And I feel like sometimes we get so discouraged that we lose sight of who we are at our core and our being of greatness. We look at the world around us and say, why, like you said, Susie Q is doing this. Why? And we lose sight that we too can do the same thing.
You hit it on the nail. People like to say, oh, you're extraordinary. Oh, you're special. No, dude, we're cut from the same cloth.
Yes.
We're cut from the freaking same. Matter of fact, listen, all you got to do is watch the blueprint. You ain't even got to figure this thing out.
I love that.
Somebody's already laid the path. All you got to do is be driven, be resilient, be persistent, have faith, be consistently working the gift. You don't have to leap from tall buildings. All right? Leaping from tall buildings, that's your faith. All right? Your superpower is that you don't give up. All right? Your other superpower is that you do the research. You invest in yourself. Your other superpower is that you don't mind going the extra mile, right? But there's nothing extraordinary about Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's nothing extra super special about Oprah. There's nothing super extra special about Steve Jobs. The same thing that God deposited into them to live their dreams, you have it.
Yes.
You have it. All you got to do is get out and step and make it happen. Now, one thing I want to say, Paris, don't compare your dreams. Don't compare what you do to somebody else. Because if you love cleaning things and you want to be a custodian and that lights your fire, that sets your soul on fire, then baby, do what sets your soul on fire.
Wow.
Don't compare being a custodian to a CEO. Because that CEO might just be doing it for the money and he might be miserable.
Right.
He may be a tormented soul because he or she is not living their dream. So don't compare your dreams. Just do what sets your soul on fire.
I feel sometimes that also people get discouraged because of their age. What can you say to someone who feels like, I'm so and so years old, life has passed me by, I can't fulfill my dreams? What would you say to someone who's stuck in that mode?
I'm 45 years old, and
Wow.
most people would say, you can give that up. You're not going to get an acting gig. You
Mm-hmm.
look at a lot of the actors, they really didn't start making it till they were 45, 50. You look at a lot of the millionaires and billionaires, they really didn't come into their money until their 50s. You look at people nowadays, 60, 70, they're just really starting to get a sense of who they are. And they're
Right.
just really starting to step out into who they want to become. So I say to you that age means nothing. If anything, I could have said, you know what, I'm dropping out the game. I'm done.
Right.
Because,
Right.
I probably should have went to school at 18, 19, trying to get into acting school if I want to make this thing work. I'm 45. There's no way it's going to work. Please, that's not true. As long as you have breath, you can do it. The lady that was in Wakanda, I think she was 82, maybe between 82, 88 years old.
Wow.
She said she'd always wanted to be an actor, and she was always telling her grandson about the principles of the Bible and faith and work. And so there was an audition. They needed someone elderly to play a role in Wakanda. And her grandson challenged her. He said, okay, you're always telling me about faith. You're always telling me about work. If you do not audition for this role, I don't want to hear anything else, Grandma. Now, she's 80 something years old. She made it into the movie in a significant role, and she made it onto the Steve Harvey show to be interviewed about it. So I submit
Wow.
to you, age, and it's a cliche again, but it's the truth. Age is nothing but a number. If you really want it, it doesn't matter how old you are. Why do you think we got like 15-year-olds going to college now? Age is nothing but a number. They want that education. They going hard. I mean, you got 80-some-year-olds in a billion-dollar movie. They wanted to act all of their lives. So you can make it happen regardless of what age you are, regardless of where you live, regardless of who your parents are, regardless of what your tax bracket is, and regardless of what your educational level is.
I
Success
love
is not
that. I
contingent.
love that.
Success is not contingent upon those things. Those are external things. Success is not contingent upon external things. Success is contingent upon the internal, your will, your faith, your consistency, your determination, your drive, your focus, your belief. That's what success is contingent upon.
Agreed. Agreed. Some people may think that their environment or where they come from play a huge part in them accomplishing their dreams, and they may get discouraged because they may say, "I grew up in a single parent household," or I just don't have the will because my mom didn't accomplish this. So how can I do it? How can someone who actually comes from a different walk kind of push towards their dreams and not let their environment or their ancestors shape who they are and where they're going?
Again, it's about pure will, pure desire, pure
Wow.
pure really getting in touch with your inner spirit and knowing who you are. um because when you know who you are, you're unstoppable. You're
Wow.
when you really understand that you're built for whatever it is your desire is. You only have the desire because you're built for it. Okay, let's get that out the way. You have a
Wow.
desire to be a teacher because you're built for it. You have a desire to be an engineer because you're built for it. I have a desire to be a writer because I'm built for it. So I say to you, the external does not matter. Yes, it poses challenges. Now, let's be realistic. It poses challenges when you have a lack of funding. It poses challenges when you have a lack of opportunity. It poses challenges when you're in an environment and there's violence all the time. But it's all about the internal. How bad do you want it? I submit to you, when you go and you study all of the successful people, I promise you, 99% of them probably had it worse than what you're going through. I submit
Wow.
that to you. Do the research. But yet and still, they made it. So if they can, what's the difference between you and I? Myself, I live in a rural county. Never thought that I would have a chance to be in Hollywood at a premiere, be in a movie, or be on TV nationally. But it happened. And it happened not because of my external factors, because if you look at where I am, you would say, oh, yeah, that would never happen. Keep dreaming, girl. Keep dreaming. But because of the internal factors, the desire to do it, the focus to do it, the consistency, being persistent, it happened. Using the tools that we have, the internet, networking with people, building relationships, it happens. So I submit to people, please don't make excuses, because
Wow.
excuses are just keeping you comfortable. They make you feel good. They make you right. When you say, oh, I can't do it because I come from a single parent household. Okay, yeah, you're just making yourself right, but that's an excuse and that's a lie. Oh, I can't do it because I don't have a bachelor's degree. Okay, if you say so, but that's a lie. You are built for this. You can do it. You have to find a way to achieve what it is that you want. And I guarantee you, if someone says, I have $1 million for you, I'm saying, right? I
Yes.
got $1 million for you, Sue. You need to learn how to fly an airplane. Guess what? I can't fly an airplane, but I bet you I'll learn how to fly one to get that $1 million.
There you go.
How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? Stop making excuses. It's so easy to make excuses, man. Let's make the effort. Instead of the
Right.
excuses, let's make the effort to get what we want in life.
That's amazing. What are some of the books you read or people that you listen to in audio that actually play a huge part in who you are today?
I love Dr. Miles Monroe. I absolutely love Les Brown, E.T. the hip hop preacher, Lisa Nichols. I read, I listen to Earl Nightingale. I listen to, oh man, you just caught me off. Earl Nightingale's that old school. Also love Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. I love Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Some other books. I love reading, I'm messing up his name, Devon Franklin. I love reading, who else? I read a couple of Joel Osteen books. Um, follow John Maxwell. I love watching and listening to Grant Cardone. I love his books, 10X. I love Gary Vaynerchuk. It's really diverse who I listen
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
And Reverend Ike. Because if you listen, I mean, I got people that's talking God and biblical principles, and I got people cursing like every other word out of their mouth. But the thing is, I learned from all of them. And really, they all have the same principles, man. The same principles that they apply to get what they want in life. I
Right.
always tell people this: the message is the same. The only difference is the messenger. And so I might say something and people may not receive it, but powers can say the same thing and they receive it. And so, but those are the people I love to listen to.
That's amazing. I also like some of the same people, so it's just good to hear that we have some of that in common. I want to take it back for a second to when you said you hit rock bottom and you just thought, this is not where I'm going to be. What awoke in you from that? What did it take for you to kind of figure out like this is not for me? What instance happened in your life where it just was like, I'm awake now?
Well, I filed bankruptcy, had my cars repossessed, had all my rental properties foreclosed upon, didn't have any money, and I was a tormented soul. And I was just like, oh my gosh, man, I know my gifts. I know why I was born. I've known ever since I was 5 years old. So why am I playing around with my life like this? Why am I allowing fear to run my life? And it got to the point where when I was on rock bottom, didn't have anything else. And I was just like, at a time where I had a bunch of money, I still wasn't happy because I was not living the life I was created for. So all the money went away, and I felt even worse because now I'm not only not living my life, but I don't have nothing as far as material, gains or anything like that. And I remember just being on the floor crying, snot bubbles coming out of my nose, and I was just upset. And I just said, God, you know, I don't understand. Why am I going through this? And I'm like, you gave me some spectacular gifts. Why would you give me these gifts if you don't want me to use them? I'm like, come on. And I remember getting this thought and hearing, I gave you the gifts. It's up to you to use them. And at that moment, it was like pure freedom for me because that meant that all along I had the power. I had the power over whether or not I would be successful or not. And so when I realized that, I was like, wow, I got up off the floor and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I promise you, I'm going all out. The way I would go all out on working somebody's job, I'm going all out for my dreams. Come hell or high water, I am going to live for the reason that I was created. And I decided I'm going to be focused. I don't care what comes my way, what shiny new object. I'm not going to get off course. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to do the research. I'm going to watch successful people. I'm going to better my craft, and I'm going to run after those opportunities that come my way. And I'm not going to say it happened overnight, because it didn't. I had a lot of hills to climb, but I knew what the alternative was. If I didn't climb those hills to get to the mountaintop, to get to the prize, then the alternative was to stay in the valley, licking my wounds, feeling sorry for myself, and say, oh my God, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't I live my dreams? And I decided I didn't want to do that anymore, because I had become a monster. My kids didn't know who I was. I become evil. And when I say evil, I mean just mean, just like, I didn't want to be bothered, because I was a tormented soul who was not living her dreams. My body started to break down physically, and I was just like, yo, I don't want that no more. I've been through that. I had enough of that. Okay. I'm awake now. I want better, because there is better. I'm seeing people smiling, loving their jobs, loving what they do. I want that. I don't care what I got to go through. I want that.
Wow.
And so that's what it was for me. I no longer wanted to just be a tormented soul. And I just said, hey, if I can't live my dreams, the pursuit of living my dreams is going to be better than what I'm doing right now. And trust me, it is.
Wow. I read somewhere that some people go to the grave with their dreams and their fears, and it's buried with them. So I definitely applaud you for that. And like I said, you inspire me because of that.
Thank
I
you.
myself was in that same rut where I lost who I was. I didn't know who I was. And I just was not a happy person. I may have seemed happy on my outside, but in the inside, I wasn't happy. And it felt like I was rotting away. And it was because I was afraid of who I knew I was destined to be. Every time, like thoughts or someone would say, you know what, you are very well spoken, I was afraid, because I said I don't deserve to be well spoken, or who do I think I am? I come from an area where we're poverty stricken. I didn't think I deserved my dreams. So it definitely took for an awakening for me was my children, having to be that role model and that inspiration for my children to kind of wake me up and say, you need to push forward towards your dreams. Anything that you've gone through molded you into the person that you're going to be, and you have yet to become who you are destined to be unless you get yourself up from this. So it's been a beautiful thing. So to people who are watching, the viewers, I would say, if you are doubting yourself, or you feel like you're undeserving, you are deserving of everything that it is that this life has to offer. You have to get yourself in a mind frame where you feel that you are deserving, you are powerful, you are great, you have so much to be given to the world. And it's amazing when you shared your story about just being awake, and you felt like you just were just not you. So many people are in that same position right now.
I totally agree.
My heart hurts for them.
Yes. And you know what though, Paris? And it's so funny, because we all go through things for a reason. And I know that I went through that so I can be an advocate, to be a dream pusher, so that I can go live your dreams. You don't deserve to live like that, man.
Right.
Here's the thing I want people to say. A lot of people always saying, oh, when they pray to God, they're always saying, I don't deserve your goodness. And I'm like, oh, don't say that, please. Yes, you do. Why would anybody create something that they love and not want to give you the best? Stop saying those things that you hear your parents say or the old church say. You deserve every bit of goodness that God has for you, regardless if you've been bad or if you've been good. He forgives. He loves you. He created you out of his image. You deserve every freaking good thing that is supposed to come your way. Don't downplay it. Get it.
Get it. So today you're saying change your mind, because you deserve it.
Absolutely.
So it all starts in here.
Yeah, I mean, because here you change your mind, you change your world, you change your thoughts, you change your life, and you change your words. You change everything around you. Words are very powerful, whether in the written form or spoken form. They're very, very powerful. So you have to be conscious of what you say and what you think.
Can you reverse those words once you speak them? Like, say if you're speaking words that are tearing you up, can you reverse it when
Oh,
you say words
absolutely.
are powerful?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because for I used to be, I'm broke. I'm broke. And I wonder why I'm still broke. You know, I'm like, why am I broke? And then I said, and I'm like, yo, I'm rich. I'm abundant in health and wealth, man. I'm abundant in creativity. I'm abundant in family, in love, in friends, in business, personal relationships. And even when my writing, like sometimes when I feel like I'm having a writing block, right? A writer's block, I'm like, yo, I'm a creative, phenomenal writer. I am great. My stories, they impact people's lives. They love them. And I keep telling myself that. And then the stories start to flow. So even when you're thinking, man, I suck, correct yourself. Nope, I don't suck. I don't suck. Okay. I'm the bomb diggity. Tell yourself that. And
Yes.
even if you don't believe it at first, keep telling yourself, I'm the bomb diggity until you believe it. Now, I'm not saying go get no ego and be all egotistical. I'm just saying be confident. Be
Wow, I
confident.
love that. What would you challenge our audience with, the people who are viewing? What would you challenge them with that they can work on after this live conversation?
Believing in yourself. I think a lot of reasons why we have fear is because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe that we're good enough. We don't believe that we're ready. We don't believe that we know enough. We don't believe that we know the right people. Here's what I want you to know. If you know you, you know the right person. If you know you are a powerhouse, you know the right person. You will attract everything that you need into your life. You will either attract it or repel it. Okay. So if you keep putting out that, oh, I'm not smart enough, oh, I don't have enough money, then you're going to repel all those things because you're making yourself right. You're proving it. You're proving that you're right. But when you start saying, yo, I'm a powerhouse, I'm kind, I'm creative. Today, I'm meeting the right person to help me take my business forward. You will start to attract those things. Then, when you start to believe and have confidence in yourself, you will open your mouth and you will tell people about what you're doing. I know a lot of people go around saying, don't tell people your dreams, they'll steal your dreams. Listen to me clearly. There may be people that will do that, but listen to me. You have to tell people what you are doing in order to get help, because the person sitting right next to you on a plane, random person, if you tell them what you're working on, they may have the key to open the door to help you make your dream a reality. But I just want
Wow.
you to believe in yourself, believe in your dream. The thing is, God gave you the dream, so it's doable. You just got to do it.
Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. I have learned so much from this conversation,
Oh,
and I
wow.
am really appreciative of you. I know that the viewers, some put some comments and questions down. So after our conversation, maybe we can go back out and take a look and respond
Absolutely.
to the viewers. Is there anything else that you would like to leave the audience with?
I just want to say go out and follow Paris. She's an amazing person doing
Thank you.
amazing shows. And I thank you for this opportunity because this fulfills one of the things that's in my journal, and that is to be more influential and to expand my brand so that I can inspire people to live, love, learn, and laugh, to follow their dreams to success. So I thank you for this opportunity. Blessings upon you and your show.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And I want to thank the viewers. Thank you for taking your time out to view us this evening. Spending
Yes,
your Sunday evening with us means a lot, as you could be doing anything, but you're with us and you're helping this dream to be fulfilled, and you're spreading love and light to the world. So thank you again, Sue, for taking your time
my
out. We
pleasure.
love you, and we appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Everyone share the broadcast. If you
Yes, definitely like it and share it with someone who you feel needs to deserve this blessing, because this is powerful and people need to know we are here for them regardless, and we learn from each other. That's the only way we get through life. So
absolutely.
have a wonderful evening, guys. Bye.
Peace.